Hey guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to my channel. And today we are making these beautiful mermaid donuts. I love these so much. Oh my gosh, this is like summer on a plate, even though I think it's still spring, isn't it? Hey Siri, is it summertime? Because I have like summertime donuts ready to go and I want to serve them at my party, but I'm not sure if it's summer yet. So could you tell me if it's summer? I'm really concise with the wording. No, I wish it read it out loud. It says, who, me? That's okay. Basically, it's not quite summer yet, but these are a perfect June, July, summery treat. And then before we get started, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel because I post new videos every single week. And now without further ado, let's get started. To start off, you'll need 1 stick of really nice soft butter and just mix that around until it's smooth. Then you're gonna add in a ½ cup of sugar and just continue mixing until it's nice and light and fluffy. And then we're going to crack in 1 room temperature egg and just mix that through. And then add in 1 more egg and continue mixing. Beautiful. Then we're gonna add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract and stir that on through. Then we can move on to the dry ingredients. You'll want to start off with 1½ cups of flour, then add in 2½ teaspoons of baking powder, and just ¼ teaspoon of salt. And then just whisk that all through to combine. So you might be wondering why I'm using such a large whisk here, and it's because my regular gold whisk is leaking water, guys. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't really think it's supposed to leak water, but whenever I use it, water just starts dripping out from the handle. It's weird, I'm not a fan of it, so I had to resort to the giant whisk today. But anyways though, I'm just gonna add half of the dry ingredients in with our wet ingredients, and mix that all through. Then I'll pour in a ½ cup of warm milk, and start mixing that through as well. The reason I like to use warm milk is because I find it tends to combine better than cold milk or even room temp milk. You just lower the chances of curdling the batter. And now I'm just folding through the rest of the dry ingredients. And now we're just going to divide and color. That's right, I can hear you not laughing all the way from here. But I'm just dividing that between 3 separate bowls. And we're going to color 1 bowl purple, another bowl teal, and then the last bowl, a nice sea green kind of color. I'm not sure what that's called. And then if you guys have seen my rainbow frosting hack, then I bet you'll know what's happening here. But if you haven't seen it, then I'll just let it be a surprise. All you have to do is spoon your batter onto some plastic wrap. I'm using about 2 scoops of batter and just laying them side by side. Then I'm just going to roll these up and twist off the ends, like a jump rope. And then we're just going to load this into a pastry bag. This can be a little bit tricky to do because the plastic wrap is going to be a little sticky, but just shimmy it on through. And then you'll want to pull through the end of that plastic wrap and snip the tip. And now we can pipe out our donuts. And here's where the magic happens. You can see you have a beautiful swirl here. The advantage of this method is that the colors are going to be perfectly even. I tested this out both ways. In the first method, I just spooned the batter in like alternating colors. And then the second time I did this swirl. And I can tell you guys the swirl looks like 1,000 times better. It's totally worth the extra effort. This last donut didn't really work out, but that's okay. Consider that a snack. And then you'll want to bake those off at 350 for about 15 to 17 minutes. And out of the oven, they should look something like this. So now I'm just gonna pop these out onto a cooling rack and just wiggle the pan to release the donuts. And then if you find that you have a little bit of browning on your donuts, you can scrape it off with a knife, but later I realized this doesn't really matter since we're gonna be dipping them in glaze anyways. That rhymes. Fantastic. You know it's good advice when it rhymes. And now we can move on to the decorations. You can grab this mermaid template over on my website. It's gonna look a little bit different on my site though, just because I took out some of the details that you don't really need. And now I'm just taping some wax paper right on top, just to make sure it doesn't budge. And now here is the time to put on your favorite show and buckle down, because this does take a little while, I'm not gonna lie. I'm basically doing paint by numbers but with chocolate here, not going quite as detailed as the template, but just filling in the major shapes. So I'm starting off with the skin tone, and I made that using yellow and a little bit of red, by the way. Then I'll just fill in the tails a bunch of different colors. And I'll add on the hair. And I recommend going for nice bright colors here. They're really gonna pop on your donuts, especially on that white glaze. Then I'm gonna add on the shell bra. And then I just filled in the rest of the tail there. I was originally gonna do this in a different color, but then I was like, you know what, these are cute enough as they are. We don't have to dirty more bowls. The final part is just to add on the faces. And now our mermaids are finally finished. These do take a little while, but you can definitely just make 1 or 2 as a centerpiece and then just do shells for the rest. I will say though, these are pretty delicate, so a good step is just to reinforce the backs of them with some more melted chocolate. Just make sure the chocolate isn't too warm, otherwise you might melt the mermaid. Unfortunately, I learned that the hard way. One of my mermaids lost an arm and part of her hair. It was tragic for all of us. Just make sure your chocolate isn't too warm. Let that set and then they're all ready to go. And by the way, if you love mermaids, then you are in luck because I just put up a whole bunch of new listings on the kawaiisweetworld sticker shop, including the mermaid kit and a ton of other cute stuff. And I'm gonna do a whole separate video on new releases too, so stay tuned for that because there's something even bigger coming in that video. But I have been loving these new stickers. I spent ages designing them to get them just right, and I really hope you guys enjoy. But to finish up with our donut decorations, you can see I also made some shells here, just using some more Candy Quick. This is definitely a lot faster than the mermaids, so if you want to do mainly shells and then just a few mermaids, that's a great option too. Or if you just can't get enough mermaids, by all means go for it. And then once your chocolates have set, feel free to pop them out. Unfortunately though, I broke the starfish a little bit, but that's okay, I hear they grow those things back. And then if you'd like to, you can also add some faces onto these, just for some more cuteness. And now we are finally ready to dip our donuts. So I'm just dipping them into some really simple donut glaze. The recipe for this is over on my blog, but it's really simple, just milk and powdered sugar. Then I'm gonna sprinkle on some graham cracker crumbs. Very carefully lay on a mermaid. Then I'll pop on a shell. And then the final step is just to add on these gold stars. And oh my gosh, these look so adorable, so make as many as you would like to. And then here's what an all shell donut looks like. You can see these ones are super cute too. They're a great complement to the mermaid donuts. And now our donuts are all finished. These, like I said, are so gorgeous. I'm so in love with them, and I really hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, our mermaid donuts are finished now, and I love these so much. Oh my gosh, I think the gold stars really make them. They're supposed to be like starfish. Now, I've never seen this many starfish at a beach before, but I do think they look really cute. But anyways though, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and then if you did, make sure that you subscribe to my channel because I post new videos every single week. You can also follow me on social media at kawaiisweeteats, and then check out my Etsy sticker shop right over there. And again, new listings are finally up in the shop. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry it's taken me forever to get those up. But from now on, the goal is to put up fewer listings more often rather than waiting like months to just put out a bunch. So look out for those more frequent sticker releases. And I think that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all back here very soon. Bye guys!